Hi, my name is Susan Ross, and I'm going to be doing my oral presentation for Capstone for my organizational leadership. My research paper is over Craig Groeschel, the founder and senior pastor of Life Church. I think he's a really great leader. I admire him. He has really great leadership qualities. He is successful, and Life Church is now the biggest megachurch in the United States. There are 28 campuses that are all over the United States. They are all paid for. He doesn't carry any debt, so he's also very financially successful. Some of the unique things about Life Church is all of their resources are offered for free. So if a church wants to do a satellite church or a startup church, they can actually get all of their resources for free and get the sermons broadcast by live stream for free. If you have the Bible app on your phone, that was actually created by one of Craig Groeschel's team members, and that is also offered for free, and it's been downloaded millions and millions of times by people all over the world, actually. He's very innovative, and I really like that about the church. All of the sermons are broadcast by a live stream. The main church is in Edmond, Oklahoma. My thesis is Craig Groeschel is a successful leader that leads the largest megachurch in America and is now leading others on how to become better leaders by offering free leadership podcasts that teach effective ways to become healthy and empowering leaders. Pastor Craig Groeschel actually grew up in the Methodist Church. He wanted to branch out from the traditionalism that's in the Methodist Church. He always thinks outside the box. In 1996, he and his wife Amy started Life Church in a 2-car garage. They used overhead projectors and actually used projectors to project worship music. And after 3 years, they actually built their first Life Church in Edmond, Oklahoma. It was very successful, and the second campus was actually opened in Oklahoma City. And an issue came up, and he actually had 4 children at the time, and he could not make it to all of the services. And he says that he doesn't remember who came up with the idea, but someone came up with the idea to broadcast his sermons by live stream videos. And that became a huge success. Craig Groeschel believes in giving his team the freedom to use their visions because he actually believes in every one of his team members. He's an author of books. He has several books. This is one of my favorite books. It's called Soul Detox, and it's just about getting negativity out of your life, and it's just a really good book. He has quite a few books. He is a transformational leader. And the definition of a transformational leadership is superior leadership performance that occurs when leaders broaden and elevate the interest of their employees, when they generate awareness and acceptance of the purposes and the mission of the group, and also when they stir their employees to look beyond their own self-interest for the good of the group. I think that's a really good definition. The next thing I want to talk about is he offers free leadership podcasts. And this is for churches, organizations, just any type of organization, or just anyone who wants to become a better leader. He offers really good podcasts. You can access it through the Life Church app. I simply just Google Craig Groeschel Leadership Podcasts. And this is actually the page that comes up. You can scroll down and find all types of leadership podcasts. The 2 that I talk about in my research paper is the 6 types of leaders. You can open it and it goes straight to the video. You can also skip down and push the notes, and it will show you all of the notes, and it's really valuable notes to have that you could actually use in your own organization or your church. So each podcast is about 20 minutes long. He keeps them pretty short because he knows people's time is very valuable. There's a new podcast every first Thursday of the month. And the 2 podcasts that I talk about in my paper is called The 6 Types of Leaders. And he says that it's very important to identify ineffective leaders as well as effective leaders. He gives tips, questions to ask your team or yourself to better yourself. The first type of leader is the unpredictable leader. And that's the leader who basically you never know what to expect from that leader. The behavior is never consistent. What he says isn't consistent. That results in followers that are basically fearful and hesitant. Questions that you could actually use to ask your team if you identify with this type of leader is, how am I unpredictable as a leader? And what are 1 or 2 things that I can do to build predictability? These are really good questions for feedback. Feedback is essential when you're a leader, and you should really work with your team about your feedback. A quote that I really like that he uses in this section is, "Successful people do consistently what normal people do occasionally." The next type of leader is the domineering leader. It's basically their way or the highway. They intimidate and threaten their followers, and that results in compliant followers that have no commitment to the team. You could ask your team, how am I domineering? And what can I do to make sure that you have a chance to offer your wisdom? The next is the secretive leader. The secretive leader withholds information and only communicates with top people in the organization. And that results in guarded employees that don't really trust the leader. And a team should not only work together, but also trust each other and communicate. Sometimes the frontline managers and employees know more than the leader whenever the leader is a secretive type of leader. You could ask your team, what are 3 things that I could share to make you feel valued? The next is the passive leader. The passive leader ignores problems within the organizations, and that really causes problems. A quote that he uses is, when the problems are ignored by the passive leader, the real problem actually becomes the leader. This results in disengaged leaders that don't care anymore. Effective leaders would include the healthy leader. The healthy leader is something that every organization should strive to have. They have a plan, they have a vision, they're predictable, and they're engaged in the daily operations of the organization. This results in employees that are committed. And Groeschel says to go a step further and become the empowering leader. The empowering leader empowers others with the ability to say yes to opportunity and vision. They end up keeping great employees. And to create an empowering culture, you can delegate tasks to others. And some will actually make mistakes, and that's okay. A quote that I would like to finish with is, failure is not an option. Failure is necessary. We try, we fail, we learn, and we adjust. In my reflection, I have built a portfolio with very valuable information. I have my career folder, which has my resume, my cover sheet, my references, my thank you letter. My case analysis has my cases that we did a SWOT analysis on. I have my research folder, my plan of study with my list of my classes and my self-analysis. I am very thankful for the Retire program. I'm glad that I found the article in the paper that talked about the program and how it helps working adults complete their degree. I really want to become a successful leader, and I want to give back to my organization what I have learned through this program. I have learned about ethics, management, leadership, human resource management. I feel like I've really grown and matured, and I've got self-confidence that I didn't have before. I was expecting to actually quit because I don't usually follow through on things and finish things, and I've been going to school back and forth since the 90s, but I'm really proud that I finally finished. I've gained a lot of confidence, like I said, and I would like to pursue my master's degree in business. I haven't decided yet. I know it's really expensive, so I'm kind of thinking about that. I'm thankful to my husband and my kids for pushing me to finish, and I'm really thankful for our advisor, Michelle, who really helped us pick the right classes. That really helped, and she was very responsive to our emails and questions. I think we should all be very proud of ourselves. And we, not only can use these skills that we've learned, not only at work, but we can teach our children to become great leaders. I'm really excited to graduate, and I really feel very proud. Thank you.